Joseph Crudup, and welcome to the Joseph Crudup Show. It's on May the 1st, 2020. And it has been a great day, and the NASCAR is back and is returning in May and will be in Darlington on May 17th. And that is great news. NASCAR has been returned and will race in Darlington. No. It will start with 400 miles and 267 laps, as we had just seen. So, meanwhile, the NASCAR is back. May 24th, we'll be racing the Coca-Cola 600 for the Memorial Day. But the bad news is there will be no spectators. No spectators in this time, but drivers only. No fans, just crew members and drivers only. No fans. So as we've been going for this while, but now I just have to know that everything going so long, and you can't believe my eyes, but they have an official that the NASCAR race is coming, is coming in Darlington. It's coming in Darlington in May. It's going to Darlington, and they will race for the second time this month. Going to race in Darlington Sunday and Wednesday, and they will race in the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the Coca-Cola 600 on the 24th and the 17th on Wednesday. They will race in the Cup Series 2 times. I said this before, and I say it again. This has been an unbelievable story, dream, but it wasn't. But anyway, it is what it is. And first, I gotta believe this NASCAR race is back, and what's gonna be the but they had closed the closet. They had closed the closet. We also know that WWE closed out and the performance center had been going on because Vince McMahon wanted those superstars to keep them safe, and it is what it is. And yes, all I gotta say is, wow, this gonna be the last. This gonna be the first time since racing it there in Phoenix, Arizona. So here's what is going to happen. Sunday, May 17th, NASCAR drivers will racing in Darlington, but 400 miles and then 600 miles at the Coca-Cola 600 on May 24th. And now let's go downstairs and let's see what's going on. It says on Thursday afternoon, NASCAR announced that it will be the first major sport in the series to get back into action since the COVID-19 pandemic put an end to public gatherings. The series had heated harder racing in mid-March at the time saying that it's planning to resume its calendar on May the 9th. Now, its cars will fire up again for the 400-mile and 643 km race on Sunday, May the 17th at Darlington Raceway in South Carolina, although spectators will not be allowed at the track. NASCAR plans to run several races over 10 days. The first three will be at Darlington, with its Cup Series racing on May 17th and also again Wednesday, May the 20th, with a Phoenix race, the Federal Series, running Tuesday, May the 19th, on May the 19th. On May the 24th, the sport regulators the Charlotte Motor Speedway in North Carolina for the Coca-Cola 600, and Charlotte will also host an Infinity Race Series on May 25th and a truck race on May 26th and another cup race on May 27th. NASCAR is its tennis teams and its teams are eager and excited to return to racing and have great respect for the responsibility that comes with a return to competition. NASCAR will return in an environment that will ensure the safety of our competitors, officials, and all those in the local community, says Theo Dollar, the NASCAR Executive Vice President and Chief Racing Deployment Officer. Now, in addition to the balance of the fans in the stands, the sport is making a few other changes to try to ensure the safety of the mechanics and track workers. There will be no practice sessions before any other races. And with the exception of the Coca-Cola 600, the cars will not be qualifying for good ground positions for the first race on May 17th. They will line up in according to all points, with NASCAR still waiting to decide how the will work for other races. Its team has to multi the 16 people, including drivers. 16 people, including drivers, and it stands to send to the race for 5 days before her. And NASCAR doesn't want those teams members to be the same people who are working on car preparations in each team's race shop. NASCAR says it will take everyone's temperature when they enter the track, and everyone has to wear a mask around the track. Now, pit crew will enter have to wear fire poppers, leather, or a face slide. Boy, this is unbelievable. And it says NASCAR says it also hosts a race in Atlanta and Martinsville in Georgia, as well as Bristol, Tennessee, in the coming weeks as long as officials approve. So that's what they said about. And look, we're going to chat about it. They says each team has more than the 16 people, including driver, including the driver. It stands sent to race for 5 days beforehand, and NASCAR doesn't want those teams members to be alert. And they says temperature when they enter the track, and everyone has to wear a mask and run at the track. So, so have it's all about. This is what it's all about. This is what it all stands for. Well, I guess they can wear a mask for sure. They can wear a mask for so long, so that can happen. But the drivers are so happy about it. They're going to be racing up there, this time in Darlington, and then Charlotte. And I hope they're going to be racing in Martinsville, Bristol, Atlanta. And anyway, in this race, you can have to race for the runs. Now, the May 17th race ends at 400 miles scheduled for 3:30 Eastern on Fox. So here's what they said they're talking about. Yep, it is what it is, and things can get things can go way out in tangent, but for sure, it's gonna be everybody's race. It's gonna be so special. And I wish we can have this something to come out. But anyway, it is what it is. And no, the May 17th race, and then May 20th cut race series race at the function. And Donald Trump will not be placing the schedule Sutton 500 on Labor Day, and they were not going to be replaced the schedule Sutton 500 on Labor Day weekend, the opening of the NASCAR playoffs, and NASCAR stands to keep its 10 race postseason format and tracks involved unchanged. But the situation remains full, so we're going to have to see what happens. And below the track, I just don't know what's going on. This is all about the stuff that they are going through, and they're going through it for sure. But yeah, what the hell? And then you're gonna see the stuff that's going on to it. A lot of stuff's going on and on. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see. Can we move on to the next one now? And don't forget, they said they're going to have an open combine in the NBA season, and could the NBA season could return this season? Well, according to ESPN, in the 7 weeks since the NBA season was suspended due to the coronavirus pandemic, the league has involved speculating about how and when it will may return. But as May I 1 arrives with the league no closer to resuming, the idea of the quarantine zone where games could be played presenters, TV producers, and directors, as well as hotel and food workers, and company their needs and concerns with the league's thinking. There are considerable likely chances to any attempt to finish the 2019-20 season. And though the situation around COVID-19 is consistently involved, holds possession to eventually declare the 2020 championship. This is how the NBA bubble could work. And when it comes to restoring play, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver has said he followed the guidance of the Center for the Disease Control and independent health advisors. And the one thing these health experts agree was that testing is the key to everything. And it's probably says so. But wait a minute. Maybe we should wait until 2020-21 season. It doesn't make any sense to going out and all this getting hard and getting sick and getting infections on this coronavirus pandemic. It doesn't even make no sense at all. It doesn't make any kind of sense. In the last 6 weeks, that seems to be in the last several weeks that see more and more that's going on. All this going on is just war. And I don't even know why. And take a look at this. LeBron James seems to be not seems to be getting pissed off about it anyway. It says the Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James shot down at Wilmer's Thursday that NBA executives were presenting the league office to cancel the rest of the 2019-20 season due to the impact of the coronavirus. Saw some reports about Essex and Ages wanting to cancel. That's absolutely not true. James were on Twitter. Nobody I know is saying everything like that. As soon as it's safe, we will look to finish our season. Are we and our team is ready. Nobody should be canceling anything. And that's what LeBron James upset about. James' remarks came hours after the report noted that several NBA executives are playing player agents were confident about efforts to resume the season, which went on habits on March the 13th after Utah Senator Ruby Gilbert tested positive for COVID-19. The executives spoke on the condition when the Conway report raised concerns about potential liberty issues for teams if play were to resume before the pandemic had signified one. The NBA will begin with holding 25% of players paid starting on May the 15th as a shot against the financial challenges teams are facing due to the shutdown, while games on hold and no clear restart date is sight. Team owners have lost out on tens of millions of dollars from ticket sales and other sources of resume, as we said before. And that's just not any good news at all. Oh, and that's right. That's the way the continue has been. Oh, here comes the way back in. How's it going? How's it going, Corey? You hanging in there? So yeah, that's for sure. Anyway, what I've been doing as of right about now is just wait until next time is continue. It will happen so far so fast that it will look like to be a Danny. Now, it says, is it the responsibility of the league office to explore all options for the return to play this season? We're on what down to our fans, teams, players, partners, and all who love the game. NBA spokesman Mike Glass saying in a statement, while our top priority remains everyone's health and well-being, we continue to evaluate all options to finish this season at the same time. While interested in our focus on addressing the potential impact of the COVID-19 on the 20 wait a minute, we are interested in focus on addressing the potential impact of the COVID-19 on the 2020-21 season. Sipping that. And the NBA informed teams early this week that they could soon reopen their factories in states that have relaxing shelter-in-place orders. The league identified May the 8th as a target date. The reopening could be delayed further depending on the public health situation. Now, Dr. Anthony Fauci, the national's top expert on infectious disease, leads could ever tentatively resume this year without fans. And all I'm saying is this: these fans no longer have them. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be fans. No fans are not gonna be allowed. And like I said before, fans, this is everybody. This is everybody for sure. Everybody. That goes to everybody. That goes to the whole stuff going on over and over again. It's just all it matters. So NBA just have to wait until late December. And all I gotta say is when and how and what was going to go down, that's for sure. So anyway, don't have it goes. It's gonna be fun. This is gonna be something you will never ever forget. That's all I have to say for now. This is Joseph Crudup, and I'll see you Monday. Peace out, everybody.